A young talent celebrating the best results of his career in Monaco last year. Jules Bianchi scored his first points in Formula One and the first points in the history of the Marussia team. Celebrations after he finished 9th on the notoriously difficult circuit.
I have no words. Actually, it's just amazing for us. We did perfect race, even though we had some penalties. At the end, we finished in the points. For sure, we have been lucky, but I'm really proud of the team, what they have done. They have been waiting for that for a long time, so I'm really happy to give them the first points.
Jules Bianchi spent 22 of his 25 years racing, beginning in karts at just 3.5 years old. Racing was in his blood. His grandfather, a 3-time GT world champion, his great-uncle, a Le Mans winner and Formula One driver.
My grandfather was a racer and my granduncle as well. Unfortunately, my granduncle died in '69 in Le Mans, so I didn't know him. But my grandfather is still here, and we always talk about racing, which is really nice when we have family dinner. And obviously I'm happy to bring up my name into Formula One. You know, it's quite important for me and my family.
Jules stayed with single-seaters and rose up through the ranks from competitive karting to Formula 3 and on to GP2, where he finished 3rd in 2010 and 2011. He joined Ferrari as a reserve and test driver, and they loaned him to Force India for the 2012 season, where he took part in 9 Friday practice sessions. He was tipped for future success and possibly one day a Ferrari seat. In the competitive world of Formula One, he was popular amongst his adversaries, but never brash or full of ego.
I don't want to make too much noise, you know, I just want to do my job as good as I can, and the rest I don't really focus on. I just try to be as quick as possible on track and be focused on what is important, which is the car.
So you let your driving do the talking?
Yeah, I think it's the best way to talk.
He joined Marussia in 2013 to drive alongside Max Chilton, but was still a member of the Ferrari setup. He consistently beat his Marussia teammate and flattered the machinery he drove. And then in May last year came this overtaking manoeuvre on the streets of Monte Carlo that gave him and his team their first points in the sport. His last race in Formula One was the rain-affected Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. Bianchi was running 17th, just ahead of Adrian Sutil, when Sutil spun off at the Dunlop curve. A tractor came out to remove Sutil's car, but while it was doing so, Bianchi spun off at the same spot and hit the recovery vehicle. He sustained severe brain trauma in the accident. 1 week later, while he lay critical in a hospital in Japan, Formula One regrouped at the Russian Grand Prix. His team built his car as a mark of respect, while his fellow drivers showed their thoughts were with him with a huddle before the race and tributes on their helmets. Race organisers showed their support too, but the young driver, with his future ahead of him, never recovered from his injuries. Jules Bianchi came from a racing family, and today the Formula One family mourns the loss of one of their own.